Hello everyone, welcome to my channel GSP Studies. Get ready for the dictation. 5 seconds. Start. Sir, we hear so many things about the income tax raids that are going on in all parts of the country, but we do not hear anything about the black marketing ordinance or the essential commodities ordinance, both of which have been passed into acts and we are now statutes, having received the presidential assent also. How many state governments have arrested black marketers under that act and proceeded against them? How many state governments have arrested the people who hoard the essential commodities and taken action against them? And what has the center done about this? I would appeal that the center should take effective steps to see that the essential commodities, particularly food grains, pulses, sugar, oil, are really controlled. The public distribution system should be strengthened throughout the country so that at least 70% of our brothers and sisters who are reported to be living below the poverty line can have a meal a day at a controlled price. In this connection, I am sure the finance minister is applying his mind and he will come forward with some measures. Para. Sir, I have got an important matter to mention. I thought the Honorable Minister would be there, but I am sure the State Minister will convey it to him. The Business Standard of May 4 contains a statement about inflation and it says that the planners are worried about the economy. I do not know who are the master brains of the Planning Commission who have given this report or whether the report is baseless. Perhaps the minister will be able to reply to it a little later. Para. Another thing that I would like to say is that we have not tried to discuss in this house the plan document, which is a very momentous and weighty thing and which concerns the entire country. I feel that the plan should not only be the entire country. I feel that the plan should not only be made available to members of parliament. Of course, it is available in the library. It should be circulated and discussed. It is not enough if it is discussed in the National Development Council. It is a big and so momentous a thing that we as representatives of the people and of the states should also have an opportunity to say something on it and discuss it. Para. Then, sir, I have something to say about cement which is in acute short supply. Honorable members have referred to cement being available in the black market at rupees 120 a bag. There is something radically wrong with the cement policy. I can give you one example. Regarding the pricing structure for cement companies which may have their clinkers under the rational forward direction are alone given subsidy. In these days, when cement is produced in one state and exported to another state, there must be something done to control this cement effectively, and this sort of rational forward direction must be removed. Our state has written of course of rupees for the small farmers and laborers. Para. Sir, I stand here to oppose the motion moved by the Honorable Minister. It is not because I am opposed to the various concerns announced by the Finance Minister in the Lok Sabha. Many of the consensus are welcome, and many of the proposals in the finance bill are also welcome, particularly those which relate to the reliefs to be given to the common people. But I am opposed to the general scheme of finance. I am opposed to the basic concept of finance, and I am opposed to the general trends in the financial policy of the government as revealed in the finance bill. Sir, I will explain my position by referring to the general economic situation. Para. It was after some stagnation in the economy spreading over a number of years that the recent growth has taken place last year and the situation has improved. But the improvement in the situation reveals two contradictory trends. On the one hand, there has been an 8% increase in agricultural production in the state sector. On the other hand, in the private sector, the same old trend of stagnation and even decline continues. According to the economic survey, the average rate of growth for the public sector as a whole, excluding the NTC mills, was close to 15% during the period April to December as compared to the corresponding period of the previous year. As against this, if we take the case of the private sector, we have two contradictory trends in the economy. On the one hand, agriculture has shown a better performance by raising production by 8%, and the state sector has put up an admirable performance by raising production by 15%, and we must congratulate both the peasants in the agricultural sector and the workers and the management in the state sector who have helped to bring about this increase in production. But in the private sector, we have the picture of stagnation and decline. Para. Now, if this is the situation of our economy, the finance bill should contain proposals to reward the peasantry and the working class and the management of the state sector, and to working class and the management of the state sector, and to punish or at least to discipline the captains of industry in the private sector. Unfortunately, the finance minister does just the opposite. In the finance bill as placed before a number of consensus have been granted to the houses of the private sector. Firstly, in the case tax, the maximum rate has been slashed down from 77% to 66%, and when we examine the various slabs, we find the peculiar policy of the government. For example, the reduction in tax on incomes of the lakhs is 11%, but the reduction in tax on incomes above rupees 10 lakhs is 19%. So, the higher the income, the greater the reduction. I do not know what is the philosophy of the finance minister staff. এই প্যাসেজের স্ট্রোক এবং পিডিএফ পেতে টেলিগ্রাম গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন এবং ভিডিওটি ভালো লেগে থাকলে লাইক, শেয়ার এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকা বেল আইকনটি প্রেস করে রাখুন সবার আগে নোটিফিকেশন পেতে। থ্যাঙ্কস ফর ওয়াচিং।